folks, it's Tony here. Today I'm going to have a chat to you about the great Australian dream, right? Buying your own home. And what I'd like to do today is sort of help you out a bit and help discover how much your mortgage is really costing you. I don't think a lot of people look at this. So let's take a look at, first of all, what is the literal meaning of the word mortgage? And here it is. This is the definition. The word mortgage is derived from a law, French term used in Britain in the Middle Ages, mind you folks, in the Middle Age, meaning death pledge, and refers to the pledge ending, so dying, so when either the obligation is fulfilled or the property is taken through foreclosure. So it is a debt until death under the meaning of that. So let's quickly jump into this and have a look, okay? So the reason why I wanted to shoot this now is that right now when I'm recording this, we're in the middle of the coronavirus and there's a lot of pandemic going on. There's a lot of panic. There's a lot of job losses. There's a lot of closing down. The world economies have practically stopped, right? So people are in a spin. But I think that when people go out and take out a mortgage, they don't have a look at the real cost of that mortgage. They don't understand how much is that house going to actually cost me. So this example here is going to pinpoint some things for you. Now, I've done this purely for numbers purposes only on a $100,000 mortgage. Now, I know young people out there who have just mortgaged $600,000, $700,000 buying their first home, right? Buying their first home. Freaking crazy. Check this out though. If you've got $100,000 debt, and if you've got 200 or 300 or 400, you can multiply these numbers by 2, 3, 4, or 5, right? So $100,000 mortgage, let's say it's 7% interest, because make no mistake, interest rates might be at an all-time low right now, but by gee, they'll go back up. I remember when they were 17, 18, 19%, folks. So 7% is probably a good number. 7, 8% is probably where they'll end up bouncing around to over the next few years. So let's have a look. Over 25 years, monthly repayment of $665.30. The total amount repaid on a $100,000 mortgage, $239,508. So that means you've repaid almost 2.4 times what you've borrowed. Okay, let's get the numbers clear now. Multiply that by 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 if your mortgage is, 200, 400, 500, 600,000. Add it up. Start to have a look at the real cost of having mortgage debt. Bang, you need to eliminate that debt, folks. That's what the go is. So to repay a $100,000 loan, $239,000 is the total mortgage cost is paid using what's called after-tax dollars. So you go to work, you earn money, you get taxed, now you can start paying your mortgage, folks. After-tax dollars. So that means if you pay tax at the rate of around 31.5%, you need to earn $349,646 gross. Take out $110,000 in tax. That leaves you with a net of $239,000. Now, I don't know about many of you out there, but how long would it take you to earn $349,000 gross, less your tax, to pay the $239,000? Now, this doesn't take into account cost of living, bringing up kids, paying for day-to-day expenses, etc., etc. So this is purely just to pay down debt. So, folks, you can see why it's so hard, or why it takes so long to knock off your house and knock off your mortgage. And this is how the banks keep us screwed. So you've got to earn practically 3.5 times more than you originally borrowed. Now, let's have a look at how the numbers work on your mortgage repayments. Okay, so year one, your payments on $100,000 will be $9,262, but the actual principal that you pay is only $1,309. So what that means, 9,000 is close enough to 10,000. So you paid 9%, nearly 10% back on the original 100,000 that you borrowed, right? But you've only paid about 1% of your debt actually off the amount owing. So at this point in time, you've paid $8,000 in interest to the bank, which the bank makes the money, and you've only paid $1,300 off that $100,000 loan. Year 5, you've repaid $46,000, but again, you've only paid $7,700 off the loan. I'm just going to make these numbers really simple. After 10 years, you've paid back $92,000, almost $100,000 over 10 years, right? But you've only paid $19,000 off the actual debt. So what does that mean? You spent 10 years paying interest to a bank, trying to pay off a home, and here's what most people do after 5 to 10 years. Hey, honey, let's go and upgrade. Let's go and buy a new home. Let's go and and they go out and they buy a new home. They refinance, this is the thing, and then they come all the way back up here to year one, and they start this whole 10-year cycle again, And in the first 10 years, you can see how much of the principal you actually pay off, right? This is where people don't even think about this. I want to shoot this video, open up your eyes, and make you think about the debt that you've got on your home and why you should get it paid as fast as you can, okay? So after 11 years, you paid $101,880 off, and you've only paid $22,000 off the excellent. So you've actually repaid the 100,000, right? This is where it's crazy, right? You've paid the 100,000 back, but you've only paid 22,000 off your actual home, okay? And now you've got, you paid the original debt, and you've got 14 more years now to keep on paying all the interest, folks. So after 15 years, it's 138,000. 20 years, it's 185. You've only paid 61 off. And here we go. Here's the magic number, folks. After 25 years, you pay back the 239,000 and the 100,000 on the principal, right? So I want you to get that. Next time you go to a bank, or next time you talk to your bank manager and they say, oh, I'm going to borrow 500, he says you can borrow 700, you can borrow 800. Say, hey, yeah, that's fine. But for 25 years, show me how much right now I'll be paying off over those 25 years. Ask the question to your bank manager. Seriously, ask them and get a picture and get a number in your head so you know exactly what you're stepping into. So the question I've got for you is this: is your home good or bad debt? Some people really want a place to live, but your home is non-deductible debt, folks. It's paid with after-tax dollars. Investment debt's completely different. So I just wanted to share those numbers with you, share the figures with you, give you a bit of an eye-opening into what home debt actually is and how the banks keep us screwed. Because I'm going to ask you one little thing here. Has a bank ever said to you, hey, listen, I'm going to show you how to pay your house off faster. I'm going to show you how to get out of debt. I'm going to show you how to save paying more interest to us, because the banks make their profits off borrowing money to you. All right. Now, that's a whole nother lesson altogether. So for today, folks, think about that. Is your home good debt or bad debt? I just wanted those figures to just maybe jolt you a little bit, give you a little bit of a touch up and go, you know what, come on, let's nail down and let's get this debt paid. If you want to learn how to pay your house debt off faster, direct message me, info@yourpropertyinvesting.com.au. Free advice, happy to have a chat to you about it, show you a few ways to do it. There's a number of different ways that you can do it. Or you can book a free 30-minute strategy call with me direct. No cost, no obligation at all. Go to yourpropertyinvesting.com.au. There's a little tab on my website called Book a Strategy Call. It's a 30-minute call. We'll have a chit-chat about your life, where you're positioned, what you're trying to do. Most people don't even know what their interest rates are, folks. So there isn't a person that we haven't helped save money or make money in regard to their home loan, paying down more debt, restructuring loans, getting better interest rates, all that sort of stuff, folks. How to invest, pay less tax, pay your house off faster. If you want to have a chat, folks, feel free, touch base with me. All right. Hope that helped you out. I'll catch you on the next video.